Hey, everybody. Oh, wait. Hold up. Welcome to another DSP video. I want to start this video. I am going to watch the little segment about Tokon because of course I am. I do want to talk about his little card pack situation he's got going on. Uh because it's ridiculous. Can we say that? Can we say it's ridiculous? Because I've been scrolling through his video page, and I've been noticing almost every single stream he has gone a card pack. I want to say there has been like only 2 streams so far this week, I want to say, that did not get a card pack rip. A pack rips video, if you will. But he has been routinely getting these pack rips like every stream. And I don't remember what podcast it was. I didn't think of doing a video about it, so I don't remember. But I remember him. Actually, maybe in the video about the Tokon shit I'm gonna watch. Well, if he says it, he says it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I'm just gonna go off with what I remember, so I can address it. Maybe I'll edit this video behind the scenes. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But anyways, uh, he said something along the lines that he started putting the card packs as a separate video because people were saying that it's intruding on gameplay and all of that, right? Like, he kind of rationalized why these videos exist because before he would just be opening like card packs all the time or whatever, and it was taking away from gameplay. But my issue with that statement is twofold. One, he literally does pressure his audience to do card packs. Like, it is one thing if he were to say, like, guys, like, feel free to support the stream, tip, cheer, chip, kick, sub, membership, whatever. And and every $50 we'll get a card pack. If you do like 150, I'll do a video on doing the card packs, whatever. So that'll be cool. So there you go, right? That's like all he has to say. But no. Instead, he'll say that like in the podcast where he's like doing a formal like speech. Then he'll do that in like in the breaks. But during gameplay, you'll get guys. We don't have enough for a card pack. I want to do some card packs, guys. And then he may even throw in, guys, I aim on doing a card pack every stream. I at least want to do a card pack this stream, guys. And then if he doesn't hit the goal, he will tell the next stream. I've talked about that too, where it's the next stream's responsibility to make up for the other stream, which is like really fucking insane. Like, I never understood that bag, and it just seems like it's more like it's just insane because you're getting the audience involved in your finances. Like, that's what it sounds like. That's how it comes off. I'm sorry, because it's straight up saying like, guys, let's make up for the other stream that didn't do so well. Like that's really like, imagine if studios started doing that. Guys, Supergirl did not perform very well. Let's make that up, guys. We're putting Superman 2. Actually, we're doing the Batman 2. Let's make that a blockbuster and make up for Supergirl. Like, imagine if studios did that. They would look insane. And I think it would get to the point where they would probably make it illegal to do that, because I mean that's like a more of an official capacity of them doing that. But this is like insane to just tell your audience, let's make up for the previous stream. I thought they should be supporting for the stream, but then he'll say that because it's like, well, no, you're supporting for this. It's like, it's really a mania of begging. A mania of begging. And that's what it is. Like, this dude has developed a mania in his chat, like, as in a way, both unintentionally and intentionally have enabled this mania to like grow and get out of control. And that's what we're seeing. Like, I know he's not gonna believe that, but I mean, if it not everyone will willingly admit a problem. I mean, this dude like was begging for goals to the point where Asmongold said, hey man, you're begging, man. And then DSP's like, yeah, you're right. Guys, you guys don't like when I say goals. And then he just changed the term. Like, it is funny. If you look after, like, the vest streak, after the hats, after Asmongold, after the King streak, or whatever the fuck you want to say, you will notice that there is, like, this withdrawal DSP goes through of begging. Like, he starts, like, jonesing to beg for something. He's like, guys, let's support the strain, guys. You guys love Resident Evil. You guys love Resident Evil. Let's support the strain for Resident Evil. Guys, say yes. You love Leon. Yes. Like, he starts doing those kind of begs, and that is like peak. Like, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, how can I speak to my viewers to get them to give me their money? And that's what I've been noticing more and more, is that he just kind of flounders with begging. And then when people like pressured him and just enough to get him to do card packs, he went all in. He went all in because it's another uncontrollable beg that he can hide behind. And it's the same like sparkle in his eye he had with the vest streak. The moment that some dude said, hey man, you should charge $100 to put on a vest streak, he did that so quickly and he loved it. And that's how he started this begging. Like, that really is like the beginning of this mania of begging. Like, that is like ground zero of all this. And since then has gone worse and worse and worse, and he has been surrounded with more and more enablers. And I even want to say this even extends almost to his chat. Like, his chat, both facetiously or not, whatever, have kind of like been tricked into facilitating this mania to the point where it does seem, on an outside looking in, a successful gambit. Oh, he's just doing something that his audience likes, but you're not looking in between the lines. You're not seeing him like really, really push the pack rips up a hill. Like, you know, you're seeing him do it and you're like, wow, that's amazing, he's doing this, but it's just like non-stop. And then even on top of that, like, you know, the video I want to watch today, where he's talking about Marvel Tokon, he talks like for 30 to 40 minutes about cards, and this like passion he had for cards I've never seen outside of food. Like, it's triggering my PTSD of Golden Colts. Back when DSP was on Twitch, Golden Colts would leave overnight cheers because this dude was drinking a lot, watching a lot of ads to get free cheers, that he would leave like 50 cheers in DSP's chat. And this dude would talk about food, and then the entire podcast or pre-stream, whatever, would just be about food, and it was really annoying. Like, the DSP tries it shit he does is like, that is like the same, where he would just talk about, pepper, like, it was ridiculous. Like, this dude would always tell you that he's like not fat, but he talks like a fat ass, like the stereotypical fat ass that loves food. Like you watch a cartoon of a fat guy and they're like talking about food, that's DSP unironically. Like, that is like really funny. Like, you know, sure, it's a very offensive stereotype, however, DSP like is actually the most stereotypical person on the planet. Like, you can come up with a stereotype and that will fit DSP perfectly. Like, it's offensive when you apply it to normal people because, you know, but when you apply it to DSP, it just seems to match him perfectly. It's really, really insane. But anyways, that's what the card packs have become, where now it's just, okay, yeah, I like Final Fantasy 6, it's pretty good game. Okay, guys, card packs, guys, the card packs. Guys, hold on. He gets the binder. Guys, the card packs. Look at the card. Guys, look at the cards. Guys. There's a card about this and all this shit. Before he would say, I don't want to get into other cards about stuff I don't know about Aka Yu-Gi-Oh. He gets into Yu-Gi-Oh. But if you ask him to play any game, oh, Phil, are you gonna play My Hero Academia Fighter, and he's like,
I don't know what that is, so I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna play the Avatar game. I don't know what that is.
but he doesn't know a thing about Yu-Gi-Oh. Gets the card packs for that. Like he is, but I guess you could technically argue, well, the money proposition is a little different. But like his job is to play video games. And this dude, like, I mean, I have a lot of issues with this like closed-minded thinking. Like, you can get into anything with any game. To be fair, like, again, I got into Ava by watching the Rebuild movies. Like, sure, Ava fans might say that's dumb and I should have watched the series, but I watched the Rebuilds and I watched the series, and guys are not gonna believe this. I like them both. Whoa. I got into Metal Gear by playing Metal Gear Acid. Like, you can get into stuff by jumping at any point. It may not make sense to you, but if you know whatever gets you into something, gets you into it, whatever. Uh, but it's just ridiculous that like he boasts about playing Persona 4. Oh, that got me into playing JRPGs, guys. Persona 4 got me to get outside my comfort zone, but he will not get out of his comfort zone anymore at all. But he will go out of his comfort zone for card packs. Like, the amount of like passion he has for card packs is like embarrassing when you look at this dude's profession. Uh Secondly, I have a theory. I have a Theo theory, if you will. I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again for the point of this video. I do think we are gonna see another collab. At minimum, it's gonna be like the Asmongold interview, where it's gonna be one stream. He's gonna interview this person, and that's that. At the most, might be similar to the Kino arc, but I don't think it's gonna do that ever again. I think we'll just get another interview. Be it may be like a band search like the side scrollers, or maybe another like glazing unresearched or poorly researched, I should say, interview at Quarterman and Asmongold or whatever, and that will get him to suddenly magically stop pushing cards. Then we're gonna go through the withdrawals of begging until he finds another gimmick to beg for, and then we're gonna do that again next year. So I think this like hypothetical interview is gonna be by the end of the year, roughly, because I do think there's gonna be something, and if it's not an interview, it might just be something. Something's gonna get DSP to magically out of the blue realize the card packs are too much and all this. Basically, when he's ready to stop. Like, that's really his entire stream. He'll keep trolls in his chat until he's done with them, then he'll ban them. He'll take their money until he's done with them. He'll keep pushing cards until he's done with them. Then he's gonna flounder for a bit. Do the guys? Let's say guys love video games. Let's support the stream and say yes, we love video games. Then they're gonna support for that for a bit, and then he's gonna find another gimmick to push on, which is very ironic from the guy that tells us he has no gimmicks. I don't do gimmicks. Meanwhile, he does gimmicks. He every stream since the Vest Streak has been a gimmick. Like, you can't look past that. How can you say the card packs do not interrupt gameplay when they happen nearly every stream now, and it takes out 30 minutes? Like, he doesn't go 30 minutes overtime for the card packs. He goes, he still leaves at the same time, and he gives you less gameplay. You know, the thing that this channel is named for. All that kind of stuff. Like, it is insane. It is genuinely insane that this guy will boast saying, the card packs are not interfering with gameplay when they literally are, and he pushes them to give him money to do that. Like, that's what's going on. Like, let's go back to the main page. Let's scroll through this. Look at the day stream, right? Two streams. Now, let's see if I could find a day without card packs on the first stream. I want to say this is after the night stream, I want to say. Right? Yeah. I think this is after the days after Tokon. So this 2 hours. So I mean, we get 2 hours. Sure. But he probably stayed a little bit late. He probably begged a little bit, made him feel guilty. Gotta make him feel a little guilty. You know what I'm saying? But let's go to a day stream that had some pack rips. Let's see. Oh, 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour. Uh, we got what? Bambi? Oh my god, dude, that Bambi shit. Oh my god, dude. Like I'm just going through this. Like I kind of forgot what I was trying to look for, and it's just his channel is such slop. It's such slop, and I can't imagine like imagine you subscribe to this guy, and like you're just getting like first the videos are uploaded out of order, then you have like card packs thrown in, and it's like the card packs is the same thumbnail all the time, and it's ugly. These AI thumbnails, they're all ugly. The morning show and the morning show, I it's still AI slop and it looks bad for a different reason. Uh, I can at least excuse it in the sense that it doesn't have highly saturated colors like the pack rips thumbnails. That is just a fucking assault on the eyes. Like it just looks like trash. Like literal garbage. Like it just looks like garbage. Like if like that like that's what it looks like. The morning show just it just has like weird human fill and weird like uncanny like background. Like nothing really makes sense about the morning show thumbnail. Like nothing makes sense about it when you really think about it. Like you know, when you go past the surface level, it makes no sense. But you look at the backwards, it just looks like crap. Like and I have seen people like dog on other card pack ripping YouTubers or whatever, grifters, namely, that use AI thumbnails and they look exactly the same to DSPs. Like it's the same meta almost. Like they're sharing notes. It it is just atrocious channel now, and it's just the pack rips add nothing. There's nothing meaningful about the card packs. But let's get to the Tokon drama because there, of course, he's gonna have Tokon drama. He hates the game. That's number one, and he hates Arxis. So there you have it. Let's get into it.
Okay, so that's what's going on with
By the
those
way,
two
this
playthroughs.
AI like soundboard music he's been listening to. I swear I've been listening to this fucking song every fucking stream I tune into. It's the same dun dun dun, dun like that, like the fucking uh uh the Den Shop song or whatever. Or like Sultan
What happened with
music.
Marvel Tokon yesterday? I just hate to say it. You know, I
hate to say it. Now, I did not look at the tweet. I wanted to, but I didn't care. I don't think Arxis really said that this fix was gonna be the fix to fix everything. But this was a step in that direction, and I think they're probably gonna keep doing these patches moving forward. To be honest, like whatever. But look how other people have talked about this, and just and ask yourself, who sounds mentally mature during this? Because like this sounds like a mentally immature person. But let's hear him out.
I really don't have confidence in modern fighting games anymore. I just don't. I would say the best modern fight.
I love he says I don't like saying this, but he has said this since I almost want to say Street Fighter 4. Every new fighter he has said this, and it's weirder now. I will say this is a weird like because I think it's almost like the way he's talking about it now. He's been talking about it as if like, oh, now my optimism is gone on fighting games. Bitch, you hated every fighting game. Like you hated everything. Even at the launch of Street Fighter 6, like the teaser of Street Fighter 6, this guy's like,
I don't know, guys. Street Fighter 5 was so bad, and this does not look good. Why are they bringing Luke? Luke is stupid.
And then like they saw that the majority of the cast was from Super Turbo, and that got him hard because this guy is a huge Super Turbo fanboy. Uh, but anyways, he always complained about modern fighters, but it's like now it's like he's trying to act like it's just dumb at this point. Like it's kind of the same frustration I hear when people like shit on Strive. Like I'm not gonna say that Strive is like the best game or the best version of Guilty Gear or whatever, but there are people who like the game, and that's just how it is. Like you have your own game, whatever. Like people can say what they want about fighting games. I do think that there is like an interesting discussion there about how they're made, how they're balanced, how they played, whatever. But a lot of the people I listen to, at least like one streamer that doesn't stream as much anymore, but she really fucking hates Strive. Like like every time that there's a chance that there's like that someone brings it up, she always goes off on it. But I listen to it because she liked Exard, right? And it's like okay, but she at least like explained like why she didn't like Strive. She doesn't like the toolkits that the game has, the speed, how the game plays, whatever. Like there is at least like uh a point to it that's worth listening to. Like I don't sit there and I'm like, oh my god, here we go. It's at least like no, I don't like this game because of this. Like and then she would just talk about Exard instead. Like that's it because get this, it's like it's more valuable to talk about the things you like. Like but he always says that I say it as it is. Like, sure, like you don't have to sit there and say like modern fighters are beautiful and they're amazing or whatever, and you can say that they're dumb and stupid and all that, but you're also like talking to an audience. Like, it's especially ironic saying this out loud during this kind of video because that's kind of what he doesn't like about the detractor videos, that we are way too negative. We focus too much on the negative. We spin things negatively. Meanwhile, this guy talks about the FTC, and instead of like talking about like games he likes or whatever, he spends more time putting things down. The other part of me want to do for this video, and maybe I could still do because I'm sure I could find it with Pig Go. I was gonna play almost as much clips of him telling us, fuck it, let's do it. Enough talking. Let's. You know what they say. Show don't tell. Blech. Uh. Let's see. Like, I'm scared to see what this is because it's a countdown video. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone, it's different strokes for different folks. Everyone has different personal preferences. If you love Diablo 4, good for you. At least you feel like you got your money's worth, right?
Okay, that's number one. Okay. It's okay if you like things I don't. I don't think it's gonna pull up. This is way too way too convoluted of a statement. It's too convoluted of a statement. Oh my god. But I swear he said this recently. But whatever. Oh my god, what's this one? Because this says Easter in the title. I'm scared to ask.
Different strokes for different folks, right? Swaggin says, with you being an entertainer, I find it more fun watching you play games you have never played than a replay of a game you already know what to expect. Well, there you go.
Oh my god. You know what's funny about this? I said it about his Dark Souls playthrough, I think, recently, that he keeps insisting on playing Dark Souls 2 or FromSoft games, but it's like, yeah, well, you know what to expect from Dark Souls 1 through 3 and Demon Souls and all this other stuff, so like, how is that entertaining still? Like, we're on his, fifth playthrough of Dark Souls 2, and it's like, yeah, he used a mod, but it's like not, it's still like, he knows the game. Like if I played like MGS4 or MGS3 like 500 times on stream, would that be fun to watch? What, like whatever. But yeah, that was an example of different strokes for different folks. Let's see. Different tab.
Different strokes for different folks. There's different needs out there for gaming.
Oh my god, this camera
Not every
is
game has to be.
scary.
Here's the thing.
Look how close it is to him.
Not every
Look how close it is compared to now. Like, I don't know what is better, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
game has to be the same. Different strokes for different folks. There's different needs out there for gaming. Not everyone wants to play the same game 100 times. I don't need Battle Royale in every franchise I've ever played. Just
Yeah, so that's about that. But let's go back to this.
fighters that came out in the last few years would have been Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. I think both are fine games in their own right.
He never played Tekken 8 beyond like the first month. And he was not there when the game changed the balance where everyone was pissed off with the game. Like, I still don't know if it's good now. I don't know. Is Tekken 8 good now? Did they fix the game or is it still garbage? I don't know. And Street Fighter 6, like, you know, he's gonna like say that people say it's boring and samey, but this is what I don't like about DSP, like talking about shit like this, is I feel like he doesn't understand what people mean by like by this complaint. There has not been like a huge shakeup in the tier list or the balancing of the game because it's like kind of the same since whatever. And that's what a lot of people are saying. He's saying that the game plays the same. Like, yeah, I guess it does. I don't know. I guess it just he hasn't played it at all, and even during when he was playing it, like the changes of within the gameplay with his own characters, I never really noticed that affect his play style, right? Like, you know, I play Strive, and I've seen like when Arxis puts out a patch to rebalance the game, I see a lot of people change their combo routes. Like immediately, I see characters stop doing certain things, whatever. And for the most part of Street Fighter 6, I've kind of seen that as well, not to the same extent, right? But I have yet to see DSP change anything. And then when he claims, guys, they changed Honda, I can't do this, he still plays the same. I mean, but part of that is I may not be fair to with this because it's just his gameplay was not really interesting. Like the fact that it was only ever interesting to see him like lose and rage is like it says a lot about his gameplay because I think you could enjoy watching DSU play a fighter. I wouldn't say that there's no value in it, but he just finds a route and he sticks to that route. Like, and I kind of feel I've fallen into that same trap when I play fighting games, when I stream them, whatever. But I do think Guilty Gear is a little bit more fun game to look at. I'm not like too crazy with how Street Fighter 6 looks. Guilty Gear just always had enough to keep me engaged. You know what I'm saying? And I change characters. That's the other thing. He doesn't change characters. He sticks with them for an hour long and then he switches maybe or whatever. I try whatever. Like I do like the arcade mode. I may look at the menu at the command list, but I just wing it every time I go online, even in ranked. I don't give a fuck. I let my skill hang, dude.
Personally, I don't really love Street Fighter 6 anymore. I got very bored with it because it's very samey and it hasn't really evolved or changed at all over the years. It pretty much plays exactly the same and it's very boring now. Tekken 8 I liked, but I said I could only play basically one game competitively, so I put all my time into Street Fighter 6 and I dropped to Tekken 8. I do like Tekken 8. I don't think I would get back into it at this point. I'd be years behind, okay? But outside of that,
whatever,
when you take a look at all of these games that have been coming out, Invincible Versus, and now Marvel Tokon. These are
like this is the thing I think is kind of stupid. He's like, okay, look at the modern fighters, Invincible Versus. The only thing I think it had claim to fame with is that it was made by the same devs I think that did Invincible versus. Like that was the only thing it had going for it, but I still don't think it had enough to like keep people invested. Again, it's a fucking license game. Look at Avatar. That had a huge momentum, and now, like, I wouldn't. It's not like no one is playing Avatar, but I just don't think it like people are talking more about Tokon. Like I've seen more people talk about Tokon now than the Avatar game. Like if you want, if we're gonna go with DSP's like disingenuous flash through the pan fad and shit like that, Avatar was literally that. I always thought Avatar the weirdest hype machine. I never understood it because I saw like Monger push it, Maximilian push it, all these people, and even people who are not like FGC YouTubers as well, like people who are just like artists that I follow, little very like minor, right, like normal people do, and even then we're like, oh my god, this game, oh gosh, look at Azul's gameplay, oh my god, and it's like I don't get it. Like what is there for this game? I did fall for it and I got the game, and then it's like it was like exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Like I wouldn't say it's like terrible, but it's just yeah, I don't think this game is gonna like really stick around. People may care about the season pass it has, but I don't think we're gonna get a season 2. It might though. Maybe season 2 will be the last game.
These are the new wave of fighters.
And again, like any game development cycle, like this is just one portion of the game, fighting games that happen to come out this year. Like there's other fighters that are going to be coming out over time because no one makes a game and says, "Okay, guys, we're done. We don't have to make any more games." Like I think Arxis even said like they're already like thinking about the next Guilty Gear game. Like it's already like a concept, I think, or something like that. Like whatever. But they still want to support Strive for now. And Capcom is probably thinking of Street Fighter 7. Like game developers are always thinking about the next game. In some way. But they always want to keep the one that's out now like supported the longest because that's like the best way to keep the those games like alive. And again, he's going to conflate that with the FGC when in reality it's just, hey, we put out Street Fighter 6, guys, we got another season coming. Like, of course we're going to talk about that and care about these new season paths. Like let's say Street Fighter 6 never came out and then Street Fighter 5 got like another season. People would still be talking about Street Fighter 5. Like people would still be talking about that game. It's just like we're now in a different console generation, so now we have to get like another Street Fighter, right? We're already talking about the next console generation anyway, so like, come on.
They run bad, they play bad. I don't know what's going on besides their cash grabs, because I think that is the case.
You never played the Avatar game, but I love that he's like, oh, they're cash grabs. You're telling me a game that's based on an Amazon show that was airing around the time that game came out is a cash grab? Now, also, just remember, DSP yelled and hollered and ripped his hair out over Bethesda not putting out a Fallout game to tie into the Fallout TV show. Wouldn't that be a cash grab? Like, one of those things be a cash grab because it's timing with this other thing? That wouldn't be a cash grab? Hello?
What they've done is these companies have grabbed IPs, okay? They've decided to make games based off of them. They make them look nice.
No, like they says, these companies are grabbing IPs, not thinking that maybe like a studio or whatever reached out to those companies. Like yeah, a studio can ask, like a game studio can ask a company, hey, can we make a fighting game of this property? Like that happens, but it could also be the other way around. Because guess what? Like there was an Invisible season around the time Invisible Versus came out, and it kind of makes sense to make that a fighting game.
Nice. But all they're doing is manufacturing a product for sale to print money rather than the actual quality of the game they're in. And what I mean by that is, if you take a look at games like Invincible versus and Marvel Tokon, these are easy mode games for easy mode gamers. They're flashy. They're insanely easy to play.
But like, look at all these other fighters. They've all been wanting to cater to the casual and people. There's a huge back and forth with this too, where it's like, well, yeah, because they want to sell as much copies and this and that. Like, it's interesting. I was watching like Tevin restream this, and he brings up a good point that it is a hard genre to make a game in, and it's not a very conducive environment either, because you're gonna get like a lot of people like saying it's great or shit, whatever. Like, but it's like in general, like even if we take out the casual market, let's say that Capcom decides we are gonna cater to the hardcore. Who are they gonna cater to? Like, even amongst people within DSP's generation, let's say, there are people who don't like Super Turbo and prefer like Third Strike. There are people who prefer Alpha 3. Like, how can you, like, if you base a game off of one of those games, one of those groups is gonna dislike it. There are people who love Guilty Gear XX, and then there's people who love Xrd but hate XX, and vice versa, whatever. Like, that's just how it is. So they have to make a game for this, and it's like, it's very niche. It's a niche genre. So of course they're gonna expand their market share or expand the scope of who they're making the game to, and then they'll try to like kind of somewhat balance it with longtime fans in mind. But you're never gonna be guaranteed that. Because again, no one will be happy. And this is the guy, by the way, that loves the saying, you can please some of the people all the time, but you can't please all the people all the time. And that's like kind of what fighting games are. You can please some of the people there all the time and not like make a lot of money doing that. But you can't please everyone. Like, whatever. Like, you can like kind of extrapolate that as much as you want, right? But that's just what it is. Like, a fighting game genre is a very niche genre. Like, again, I like Strive, but it's not like I know what made Guilty Gear great from the beginning. Wasn't there at the beginning. My first Guilty Gear game was it was either Accent Core that they ported on the 360, or it was Sign, or both. It might have been both. But those are like my first Guilty Gear games. Like, and I didn't really play those competitively. Didn't like deep into them. Didn't think much about them. Strive is like the first game I like hunkered down and tried to get good at. So like, would I know what makes a game, what made Guilty Gear great in the first place? I know why I like the games. I know why I love the series, but do I know what got people to keep playing the games? Like, I don't know.
Almost no execution needed. You don't even have to do special move motions for these games. All the special moves are push a direction and press a button. Okay? You literally do combos by dialing a button. You don't have to do a sequence or timing. You just mash a button and you get an auto combo. Okay? The games are based pretty much solely on mashing buttons and timing assists. That's almost the entirety of these games. And in any of these games, if you get a single hit, it pretty much always guarantees losing half of your health bar or more with little to no execution. It's not like, oh, they could take half your health bar, but man, they got to be good players who have really great timing and execution and they practice. No.
Watch him play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 online and see how he like rages about this. Like, I kind of know what he means. This is a tokon, because I feel that way too, where it's like, yeah, like I'm trying something and I get punished, and then it's like the match is over before I could even get up. But you could see that but that's also how I feel about every versus game. Like, I played Marvel's Capcom 2, I played that online, played it. Well, I didn't play SNK that long online. I played MVZ2 online a few times, and it's like, yeah, I'm dying to, like, I'm getting juggled a lot. It's the same thing with, like, Skullgirls. Skullgirls, I think, has infamously has, like, a touch of death. Like, a character could just hit you once, and then you're juggled until death, basically. Like, that's in games, and that happens. But, like, that's just the nature of these, like, assist games.
The games are piss
Like,
easy to...
This guy is saying this, but like, okay, you know what? He's an idiot because he never dabbled with the assists. He never used them. He never learned how to use them because he skipped the tutorial. But the thing that was driving me crazy watching him play online, watch what he was doing in the training mode in between matches. He would just like, man, I'm like, we're just doing this. Fuck it. Let's just go to this.
Alrighty, everyone. So get ready for this.
Get ready for this. Get ready for this.
Let's keep our guard up.
No. I want training. Show me the training stuff. This is how DSP trained, by the way. Well, guys, he's learning.
I wish this move had a use. It sucks.
Whoa, dude, he's learning.
I think what I want to do is do that and then get projectiles out.
Crystallize.
Like, he is practicing one character. Now, I get it. You should at least know how to play one character. But you're playing a game that have assists. You don't want to like learn what these assists do at all or how to use them.
Dance wing.
See, because then they like, there's a projectile above them and below them,
Like,
and they're not sure what to
look
do.
at this.
If you want an autograph, just ask. Wing.
See, then that. Oh, you can't do it twice in a row. Oh, you could do it twice in a row, but you need to have the meter. Let's check this out.
But look how slow he's like. Okay, let's check this out. Like this is like not really learning the game, and I'm gonna be very uncharitable with this. I do not think he gave this game a fair shake. I don't care what he tells me. I don't care if he says I did give it a fair shake. He didn't. I don't care if he wanted to avoid going to the lab. I don't give a fuck about that. You're in training mode, and you have all these buttons at your disposal. Like, this dude could have also paused the game, like, and look at the training settings. You can do all kinds of stuff in the training settings. But this guy is like, this is how I do the little tornado. Let's check this out. Reads chat. Like, look how dumb this is. Hold on.
Here I go.
Okay.
Wings. Ice charge.
If you want an autograph, just
You can. You could do multiple wins. I wonder if you could combo it into itself.
Here I go.
Why did you try to use magic?
Huh? Look what just happened.
Oh, and this is the other thing that kept happening. The game would minimize and do crazy shit or whatever, but it only did it during training or like menus. Like, never during an actual match. Which, I mean, sure, this shouldn't happen in video games. Guys, hot take. Games should not do this. But it's like, okay, why don't you just say when it happened specifically? Because he always paints it as if it happened during online. Now, it could happen online. I don't know the situation why this happened. Right? Correct? But I also want to highlight, people were telling people, like, before the game came out, to buy this on PS5. DSP bought this on PC. So, let's do another Theo theory. I think he bought it on the PC knowing it was going to be a busted port. So, he had an excuse baked in to drop the game. Because, this is the guy that's Mr. First Impressions are everything kind of bullshit malarkey. Like, I love that he has this concept. He's like, well, if one plays better on the other thing, I can play it on that. And day zero, people were saying the PS5 version is the definitive version. What does he buy it on? The PC. Now, to DSP's credit, he is very stupid. Like, he is very lucky he's so stupid that he can really pass off as he just didn't know. But, I mean, come on. Come on, because he was saying this even during the beta. People were telling him the PS5 version is the best version, and he still got it on PC. He still got it on PC. Like, and I'm not gonna necessarily dog on people who bought this game on PC and this that. Like, yeah, Arxis of course should fix the game and all this other stuff, but like, if you really cared and you had a PS5, you can buy it on PS5. Like, he has no excuse. I have seen YouTubers that literally like, I don't know about this game. Like their setup just they could not get like a PS5 to work in their set for some reason, and they could only game on PC. So it's like, okay, like that's a good excuse that they couldn't buy it on PS5. Meanwhile, DSP has a PS5 that works with his setup, and he got it on PC. Like, he wanted this to happen. Okay.
Things crash.
Okay, you know what? We're not watching this anymore. I'm done with that. Because we're gonna hear him bitch about the game anyway.
To play. Okay? So, just game mechanics wise, these new fighters are dog shit. Okay? This is coming from someone who has played fighting games his entire life, who grew up playing these games in arcades. To me, it blows my mind that this is where fighting games have gone, because they have literally abandoned any semblance of skill or challenge. It's all about easy mode shit so that the commoners can play, and it waters the games down. Sorry, I know that might sound elitist. You might be like, oh, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to gatekeep fighting games? Well, yeah, because they're...
So like, I have a lot to say about this, as always. I always have a lot to say. I'm a very outspoken person, dude. But, this has been a discourse amongst the FTC, which DSP would not have you believe. Because DSP always, like, blames how fighting games are made because of the FTC, which, like, I don't know where he's getting this from. The only thing I could think of he's like conflating it with is like people within the FTC that are saying that like people should be more accepting and people shouldn't be like harassing other people who go to tournaments or whatever. But like that has like nothing to do with how video games are made. Like this saying that people should accept people who are like trans that want to participate in fighting games, people who are gay, whatever. Women should not be harassed when they go to these events. They should just be able to compete like everyone else and all that kind of stuff. Like, and they want to show a sign of acceptance and like all that kind of stuff, right? That is just like, hey, this is what like the community needs to do to like just allow people to enjoy fighting games or whatever. Like it's on that's like directed towards like just how people act and how people treat other people, right? It's basically a lot like a very fancier way of saying treat people how you would like to be treated, basically, right? Like you don't want to go to an event and then have to deal with like creeps or stuff that's like, fucked up. That I feel, I mean, this is a little speculative, to be fair. I kind of wonder if DSP is conflating that with, like, games being made for casuals. And then people who happen to like these new modern fighters as, like, the problem or whatever, when in reality, it's just these companies want to sell the game to more people. Like, even to outside the FGC. Like, this is the example of, like, because you bring up gatekeeping, this is an example of, like, exhausting gatekeeping for no reason. Because you can gatekeep the games all you want and, like, do whatever. The companies are still going to try to expand them, how many people buy the game. So, like, that form of gatekeeping is just, like, an uphill battle, and you'll mostly be seen more toxic than anything else. Like, as I said, like, I think the context and how people gatekeep or why or what matters, but it's just like, these companies have, like, really made it clear, we want more people to buy these games. So we're just gonna make them simpler. Like, right then and there. So you already know that's like the MO of like Capcom, Arxis, whatever. So this form of gatekeeping is just like you're just gonna look like a loser by the end of it, and you're probably gonna get more people to say, hey man, that's like a little fucked up. But in terms of this discourse, I will do a little caveat here, and throw him a tiny little bone. I can understand in the sense that like fighting games should be competitive and they should reward a high level and high skill. I get that. And I do think there is like a discussion to have with like, can you make a fighting game be accessible and please to a wider audience while rewarding high level play? Like, and I think like I want to say Max and Million talked about this, and a few other people, but like just keep in mind if you've played fighters for so long, you'll always naturally be at an advantage, basically. Unless you just don't like the game's like fundamental design, right? But you'll always have a leg on the competition. But that takes time, and but you still have to learn the game. Like, it's funny that DSP says that the games are easier to play, but and all this other shit. But I think there's more nuance that DSP is like just unaware of when you get into the weeds of it.
They're supposed to be competitively challenging games. That's the point. When you take that factor away, now the games all play exactly the same and they are fucking boring. And I think that's what's now happened with me is I am so turned off by these new modern fighters. I get no enjoyment out of playing them. I literally get a stomach ache when I go to play these games online.
See, now we're getting to Diva side Phil. I get a stomach ache. Oh my god, dude, you sound like such a loser. I get a stomach ache. I get an achy stomach. I get an achy belly.
Online, and someone from mid-screen, not up close, mid-screen, someone pokes me with an attack, and now I lose 50% health because of it. I just don't want to play them anymore. Okay? So, not only do the games play badly.
I like he says this, but like, isn't like Super Turbo like notorious about like how like imbalanced the health bars are or whatever the fuck? Like, I'm pretty sure I heard a lot of the people talk about that when he was playing the 30th anniversary collection a lot. It was like, yeah, the health bars in Super Turbo are like busted. Like you could just annihilate a health bar pretty quickly. And he's like, but he hates it when it's in Modern Fighters, but it's in Super Turbo. Like even when he plays Super Turbo, like rounds go by so fast, and it's like annoying. I hate Super Turbo. I'm gonna say it. I am a huge hater. Like I would much rather watch Third Strike, but when he plays Third Strike, it's also pretty bad to be fair. But Super Turbo is the worst. Like I'll watch him play Third Strike. I'll take that over fucking Super Turbo. Because his Super Turbo shit's so fucking annoying. It's like watching him play Final Fantasy VI. Okay, guys, yeah, look at this. Okay, you know that they changed the sprite? Wow, man, very cool.
But in the case of Marvel Tokon, this game is utter dog shit on PC. Arxis has no idea how to develop games for PC. I'm going to repeat what I just said. Arxis has no actual competency.
This is so silly because he does realize they have all their games on PC currently, right? Like obviously they have the Guilty Gear franchise. The entire franchise is all on PC. Those don't have much problems. I think like Strive had an issue, but that was a Windows 11 problem, and I think that was mostly about mods. I think mods had a hard like that was kind of the problem as far as that's concerned, but otherwise like the game played fine on PC. I think the only issue they had were like stages, but they've been like kind of fixing those basically. But those ran fine to the point that people still play these games on PC. Exard is fine on PC for the most part. Like, he's acting as if like no other game had a troubled PC launch or whatever. And I think like these like troubled launches of weeds out the passive gamer, I'll say. Because like look at Cyberpunk 2077. You think that the people who like were like upset about the performance and that never went back to the game were real fans of the game or liked the game in any means? No. But if you play the game, said, "Oh, the launch is kind of dicey," and they either got back, you bought the game either when they fixed it, or you waited for them to be patched or whatever, like you generally like the game. So I think it's the same with this, where it's like, yeah, if this happens to deter you, then you're probably like not gonna care. But whatever. But again, like it's not like this was an unknown thing that people like had no reason to wait until like it's fixed or to buy it on PlayStation.
In developing games for PC, this game runs horribly on PC. It stutters, it freezes, it has memory issues.
It stutters? When did it stutter? Like, see, this is the thing I hate. It's the same thing that happened with Street Fighter V. Tokon might be getting Street Fighter V in real time. This dude never knew about the 8-frame delay. I tried to find it, couldn't find it, but it was during an Overwatch stream. DSP, like someone in the chat told him, Phil, you know that like there was 8-frame delay in Street Fighter V, and after that, that's all needs to be talked about. 8-frame delay. After that person said it, like he would not have noticed it otherwise. These issues that he's talking about, he probably never would have known. The only one he would notice are the obvious ones that we saw, where the game crashed and all that kind of shit. Like, okay, but games crash. I mean, we've seen a lot of games crash over the years. I mean, like, come on. Like, dude, on my old PS3, I was playing Skullgirls. The PS3 bricked. It got the yellow light of death. Am I gonna blame Skullgirls for that? Yeah, Skullgirls killed my PS3, dude. It killed it. I was playing Beowulf, and Beowulf did that, like, trash can move, and then the PS3 died.
It actually auto-minimizes while you're playing and moves off of your screen. I've never seen another game do that before. It actually says, I'll just put this over here. No, I'm playing. Why did you do that? Yesterday, in the middle of me playing, it disabled my joystick.
Good.
The joystick just stopped functioning during the gameplay. Huh? Have you ever seen a game do that? What is going on?
What's
you
going
go online to
on?
find an opponent, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait.
Okay, yeah, we know.
Because the game sucks. Then when the time you finally get a match, it lags to shit, 100 millisecond connection. Or if it's a good match, poke, oh, lose all your health bar. Huh? I got hit.
Remember when he said that like 30 milliseconds, 60 milliseconds are all bad connections and you need more because the smaller the connection, the bullshit comes out? I don't know.
So how did I lose? Because that's the game. The game's dog shit anyway.
Again, he never learned the assists. He doesn't know what the down assist does. He doesn't even know how to do them. He doesn't know how to call them out. Doesn't know how to switch. Doesn't know anything. He's a little baby. He doesn't know. He needed like the CP like, hey Phil, I think it's time to switch out. Press the L2 button or whatever. Like, and also get this, guys. He could have opened the menu, go to button settings to see what button does what, and then also go to the command list, and learn the moves that way. Did he ever look at the command list? Probably during the arcade mode or the episode mode. But outside of that, probably never. He was in training mode. He was like, okay, how do I do the wind, the tornado? Why don't you try? There's like, I've never seen anyone have like look at a controller that has all these buttons and is like, how do I do something, and not try pushing a button. He never once tried. I'm using the PlayStation format, by the way. He never thought of pressing the X button. He never thought, what does the X button do? He never thought about doing the X button. Like not once, not once. He just saw the X button sitting there. He's like, I don't want to touch it, and it may explode the game. Maybe it's an insta kill button. Maybe I'm gonna die if I press X. Like it's like when he plays the game, it's like he's afraid that if he does something, something irreversible is gonna happen. It's like when you first drive a car and you're like kind of overwhelmed by like the knobs, the ignition, the pedals, like this, especially with stick. You're like, how do I time the clutch? How do I time when do I switch? Will I know what the engine will sound like when it's ready to shift? Oh my god, what do I do? And then you're like not gonna want to shift in time or whatever. And it's like, but you're not doing that. You're playing a video game. Like you can press a button and see what happens. Like why does he want to experiment the most during matches but not during training? He opens training mode and like barely does anything meaningful.
Oh. Okay. So basically, it's this simple. All right? Not only is the gameplay elements bad, I don't like the gameplay elements of this game, the game also runs like ass. So even if I wanted to attempt to learn how to play the game, it would be like nails on...
Now, this is what I mean by he didn't give the game a fair shake. I kind of got derailed a little bit, to be honest. Because I was going to bring up, like... Because I talked about the PC port stuff, but... I don't think he wanted to play it fairly. He skipped the tutorial. He didn't want to bother learning. He didn't want to check how to tag or anything. Like, he didn't even want to try other buttons. It was just, I just want to learn this one character that's like, it was very blasé how he was like looking at the game. Like, he was only talking about the episodes, and the graphics, like, that's all he talked about. He barely played enough to even understand the gameplay. He didn't even understand the assist system. Like, I didn't play the game long enough, and I suck at the game, and I understand the assist system better than he did. Like, the only thing I don't really kind of understand, I know, like, stage transitions, for the most part, like, gives you other party members or whatever in your assist team, but I think there's other ways you can get them to show up, but I don't know how. That's, like, the only thing I'm, like, lost with. But I understand, like, if you do the down assist, I think it's, like, an anti-air. Forward assist is, like, a projectile. And then, like, the back assist, I think, is, like, a slash. Or whatever. And you can switch, you can combo that, whatever. You can continue combos off of it, whatever. And there's a whole rhythm to it. He never learned that. He never understood that. And he's like, well, I like, if I want to learn the game, it's gonna... Yeah, you didn't want to learn the game. You played one character and didn't bother to learn the assist, which the game is, like, revolved around.
On a chalkboard. It would be so cringe. It would be so annoying.
It would be so
because
cringe.
The game runs like shit. Keep in mind...
It would be so cringe. Oh my god, dude. Like, who says that? In that context, usually it's like they say that about how people act, but learning games are not cringe.
Keep in mind, I've played Street Fighter 6, I've played Tekken 8, I've played many other fighters on my PC. It's not my PC. It's this game. It is incredibly poorly developed by ArcSys. They don't know what they're doing. Okay? So,
I always love that DSP acts as if making games is super easy. Like, you know, this is the kind of people that I bet game developers hate the most. Like, they probably hate these kind of people the most. Like the cultural grifters, they're probably just like, yeah, they're annoying. They're just annoying. But people like this, like, good, they don't know how to code, and they have no experience. They probably hate them more. Like, they probably have like a tier list of what they hate more, and like that kind of shit is like probably the top. It's like, yeah, these people, they shouldn't talk. They should not talk. The cultural grifters, they're just annoying. They're just saying dumb shit, and then like, this guy is like, oh, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to code for shit. It's like, okay, yeah, you're a fucking dumb fuck, dumbass.
Stated the other day, I'm not one of these glazing, ball-sucking FGC shills. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you.
Again, he's talking about his experience. What what value does it have to shit on the FGC? Which, again, the FGC mostly doesn't have like there's not a lot of people ass kissing the game. Like, there are people who are still saying the PC port sucks, all that kind of stuff. But they like the gameplay. They like how the gameplay is whatever. That's like an opinion, right? Like, again, that's why I was like trying to find all these like clips of him saying different folks for different strokes for different folks. It's okay if you like something I don't like. We're not all the same. Variety, variety, variety. We love things we love, Dad. And then when people are like, Tokon's pretty good, he's like, these people are glazing the game. Oh, I forgot to show you this. Forgot to show this. I knew there was something. There was something I was gonna highlight. Luckily, he did post it on the YouTube page, so it's not like I have to open fucking Twitter. So look at this tweet, right, or this post. It makes no sense. I don't dislike Marvel Tokon because I don't understand the mechanics. I get them, and I hate them. Same. Wait, hold up. I don't dislike Marvel Tokon because I don't understand the mechanics. Oh, okay. I read that completely wrong. I thought he was saying like I thought he's whatever. I get them and I hate them. I don't think he gets them. He never used the assists at all. He doesn't know how to do assists. He doesn't know anything. But whatever. He gets them and he hates them. I get them and I hate them. He has a very poor showcasing of understanding the mechanics. Same as MVC3, DBFZ, and Invincible Versus. These games don't hold a candle to traditional fighters, and they're all that we will get moving forward if we glaze them. Sorry, I like good games. Grow up. Grow up. That's all I gotta say. Like, dude. First off, like, traditional fighters, what is that? Right? Like, what's the time period of a traditional fighter? I mean, I can say, like, you know, Guilty or Xrd, maybe is that traditional? Are the games that made to arcade traditional? Like, you know, whatever. I mean, and maybe I'm being a little like silly, but I think traditional fighters could be like Super Street Fighter 2, Third Strike, Guilty Gear XX, stuff like that. Like, sure. Uh, so whatever. I can extend that a little bit. But these new games, they're not the same. Like, they're not gonna make the same game over and over and over that he wants them to do. He wants them to make the same game over and over.
To you and tell you that the game.
But what does it matter? Like, because some people can play a modern fighter and still enjoy it, knowing that it's not as good as the traditional fighters. Like, what if they just want to play the game for what it is at face value and enjoy it? Like, again, like, I understand people don't like Strive, Street Fighter 6, whatever. I enjoy Strive. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and say, you know, whatever. I'm repeating myself, goddamn. But, you know, you can enjoy stuff that is new and modern. Like, you know, people have boiled his whole debate down to new bad, old good, and that is true for the most part. But I do think that there is like a discourse there. It's just obviously DSP is not the person to have it because he reeks of has been energy. Like, that's all this is. I was good in Super Turbo, and now I'm not so good at these modern games. Must be the modern games that's the problem, because everyone's upset that it's easy mode and this and that. But it's like, when you listen to people who talk about like Strive, and they don't like Strive, it's that the move list is like very like minimal compared to like Xrd even, and a lot of the toolkits don't work the same. The flow of the gameplay is different. Like, there's like a whole thing about the game, how the game feels, and all that. The Roman cancel system is a little bit easier. They removed insta kills, whatever. then you have like Street Fighter, which I kind of feel that what got more energy is like this discussion about the cinematic supers. It's like, come on. But you get more of a taste as to like what people were wanting in a fighter. All of these we've been saying is footsies, learning, uh inputs. Like these are like very like ambiguous statements. Like they don't mean anything by themselves. Like I can tell you like, yeah, you know what? When I pop in Xrd and I play Biken, she got all these cool moves with the grappling hook. She can do all these kind of cool grapples. She has like a interesting parry system. And she has a cool ass insta kill. Like she does not have any of that in Strive. She has the grappling hook, but it's like very like minimal. Like you only use it for like one thing, basically. And yeah, she got like a tether now, but the tether is like kind of like very situational, and it's like whatever. Like and the parry she has is not like amazing. It's not as good as season 1. I'm gonna say that, but that's like all that happened with Biken. Like I've already told you a more like meaningful example of the difference between Biken and Strive and Biken and Xrd that you can already see. Like, yeah, already you know where I land with which Biken I like the most, right? Meanwhile, like when you talk about old games, it's just yeah, I like them because of footsies and timing, and you have to learn and variety, and no one plays the same. Like these are like very like it falls flat when the person that you're listening to is DSP when you don't believe that they mastered the game. Like I have played Strive, I played Xrd, like enough. I'm not proficient with either or anything like that, but I at least understand more about what I'm playing than he does of the games he plays, right?
Game is good because I rely on views and revenue from this game. I'm a variety creator. I moved away from the FGC for reasons just like this. I hate bandwagoning and I hate bullshit. And to see the big figurehead...
He keeps, like, doing a monolith for the FGC. Oh, they all need this to succeed, so they all kiss its ass. Like, this is, again, sitcom logic. Sitcom logic here. Because, like, dude, I've been, like... I don't know how far you would even consider me in the FGC, because I don't do tournaments, I don't do any of that, whatever. But I at least see them on my feed. I see the FGC, like, on my feed talking about stuff all the time. And all of them do not sit there, like I talk about the Avatar thing, but the Avatar thing, I will say as the caveat of, like, there are people in the FGC that worked on the game, so it kind of makes sense that maybe they wanted to push it because of, like, the people who worked on it and how they feel about the game, whatever. But even then, even that aside, like, they are still pretty critical of modern fighters. But a lot of them, I think, like, double down on modern fighters because that's what people are playing the most. Like, he's not understanding, like, when he's talking about if we're gonna narrow it down to creators, I think, like, the reason why they focus on modern fighters, and this is not a deep take at all, is probably because those are the games that more people are playing. Like, you're gonna get more people to watch your videos naturally. Like, you're like, people are playing Street Fighter 6, there's a good, like, portion of them that will not go and play Third Strike. Like, they're not gonna do that. So, if they want to learn about Street Fighter 6, where are they gonna go if, like, Rafflemonger, Maximilian only talk about, like, Third Strike or Super Turbo? Like, where are they gonna go then? Like, it's just pointless to do that. Like, there are people in the FGC that will exclusively play old fighters. He actually said that no one does that in the FGC. They all play Street Fighter 6. They all play Strive. They all play Tekken 8. And he's basing this off of just them being the main stages in tournaments. But the reason why they're the main stage is because they're the newest game that everyone is playing. Like, that's why, plain and simple. Like, it has nothing to do with, oh, we need Tokon to succeed. We need Street Fighter 6 to succeed, because without those, we'll have nothing. Like, no. And also, that mentality can be mostly applied to, like, tournaments. Like this has nothing to do with the FGC in general. Again, like he wants to paint it as a monolith, so it's like, see, these are like the big guys. These are the elitists. I'm not like them. I'm not like the elitists. It's like a indie rapper or like an indie musician or whatever saying, I'm not like these sellouts like Taylor Swift and Lady Gaga. I'm like my own. I'm real, and that's DSP. He keeps like boiling it down to that, but it's like there is more going on here. I mean, like, come on.
Your heads in the FGC say shit like this is a great game, it's a hype game. The game is fucking garbage, okay? It's made for fucking newbies. It's not entertaining whatsoever. It's in the same vein as Invincible Versus. It's in the same vein as Dragon Ball Fighters. For me, it's in the same vein as Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I also didn't like that game. Go back 12, 13 years ago when that game was out, and I said I didn't like it either. I felt like any game where the entire game is based on
like
poking...
he just loves being like a snowflake. Like he's super special. Guys, I don't like popular things. I'm so special. These other guys, they love it. They eat it up. Even though like there are people who are critical of Tokon. Like I remember, because I think every character has the same input motion, and a lot of people didn't like that at all. A lot of people talk about it, and you could probably find people saying this today, probably. I don't know.
King
Whatever.
someone once and then getting an insane combo, you've won. That's not a good fighting game. You're skipping 80% of the mechanics of what's supposed to make a fighting game good. When you dumb down the controls to the point anyone can do a soul-crushing combo that ends the round, you miss the point of fighting games. I know that they're flashy. I know that hype beasts love to hype these up and watch them on streams, and the tournaments are entertaining to watch, but they're not good fighting games for competitive reasons. I don't care what the competitive FGC says. They're lying to you because they want views on their streams and they want to make revenue on these games and they want the FGC to be hype. That's why they say these games are good. They're not.
Like, oh my god, like I gotta hear this again, but this really, you know what was like what gets to me? And I think it's because like this sounds like a parent telling you like don't listen to the in crowd. They'll say this and it's not true. Don't listen to them. Okay? Be your own person. Don't follow the peer pressure. Like it's like that kind of like lecture. But it's like, dude, it's a video game. Secondly, like they're watching you. They're watching you talk about the game. Like why tell us about like the perils of listening to other people? But what if they have good points? Like again, it's very possible to like a video game like Tokon and Street Fighter and Strive and all these other things. Darren Focus is different strokes, but listen to how he talks about it.
If FGC says they're lying to you because they watch views on their streams and they want...
But they've already got views on their streams. Like, they're not itching for views. And like, again, Maximilian does other content now. Like, and he has also done Tokon content, but he's also done other stuff. Like, I have seen so many FGC YouTubers do other content. Like, this is like fucking basic bitch mentality. Like, yeah, they're all like desperate for these games to succeed because they somehow care about the FGC, even though like the FGC again is a very like ambiguous in the sense that like it's not a business. Like it's not a physical tangible business that can file for bankruptcy. Like the FGC is literally like, you play fighting games, you talk about fighting games, you love fighting games, you do fan art of fighting games, all this kind of stuff. Like, that's enough. Like, you may get into the FGC in the sense that, like, you'll get notoriety because people may know you as, oh, this person is fan art of, like, Jacko, and it's amazing. And they also play Exard, wow, cool. Or whatever. And then they may even run tournaments, whatever. It's not like, oh my god, we need Strive to succeed, guys. We need Strive to succeed. Like, these people are gonna still be there doing the FGC. Like, he is assuming, basically, everyone in the FGC is doing it for money. Which, I again, it's like, how do you know that? And again, the FGC is not a monolith. It's like, all kinds of people are there. Grifters are in there. Normal people are in there. you know, whatever. Like, you'll get a lot of people in a community. Like, toxic people are in there. Like, you know, it's why you'll always see people like, guys, this thing over there, toxic community. And then you like look into it, it's like, yeah, like there is someone toxic in that community, but like there's also like cool people too. Like, you know, get this, you put a lot of people in a room, you might run into some assholes, dude. And you can only hope for the best.
And they want to make revenue on these games, and they want the FGC to be hype. That's why they say these games are good.
But if you paint DSP's community as a monolith, you're an idiot. If you think that everyone in DSP's community are desperate to make DSP seem popular and positive and successful by donating a lot of money, saying fuck the trolls, we love you, Phil, or whatever, you're an idiot. They don't think like a hive mind. But you would sure love it if they did.
They're not. Okay? I have no idea if this is true or not. Someone wrote me a message yesterday saying, Justin Wong called you out on his stream last night, saying that you just don't understand the mechanics of Marvel Tokon. That's why you don't like it. Well, here, I don't know if Justin actually said...
Oh my god, dude. That's why he made that post. Oh my god, dude. This dude is so disingenuous. It is, like, insane. It is lunacy. Like, I did watch this before, but it didn't, like, sit with me. It didn't click with me yet. But the reason why he made that post was not out of genuine, like, oh my god, dude. I hate how this dude runs the social media because it's so, like, not personal at all. Like, I'm not saying, when I say it's not personal, I'm not saying that this guy needs to tell us personal information on Twitter or anything like that, but he doesn't talk to his audience at all, ever on his fucking community, unless it's to tell them the fucking schedule. But he made a post. That post I read like a second ago wasn't for his audience. No! It was because someone said, Phil, Joseph Wong said this about you, and that like made him want to do damage control by making that post. That post was for Justin Wong, so that Justin Wong and his fans know he gets the mechanics, but he doesn't. You can watch the gameplay. This dude barely even did an assist. And he kept saying in the fucking streams that I paid attention to, I don't know how to do an assist. I don't know how to tag anyone in. I don't know how to do that. The game never told me. All that shit. He said it throughout the gameplay. And then this guy's like, I get the mechanics. No, you fucking don't. Oh, you know what he understands? He understands how the character moves. But he played an Arxis game. I didn't think about this, but he never run. He never ran. It's an anime fighter. That's like the one thing you do. You run around. Like, half the reason I get salty is that because you should be able to run then block, right? It's either I'm not doing the input in time or whatever, but I want to run and block and I never get that and it always pisses me off. But you're supposed to run because it's a fast-paced game. This dude plays like he's an old man driving. Like, that's DSP. And he's like, they say I don't understand the system. Okay, what does again, I'm using the PlayStation control scheme. What does Square and X do? What do those buttons do? What do they do, Phil? Can you tell me what those buttons do? I don't think you know what those buttons do.
He said that or not. All right? But I'm going to respond directly to the comment. No, it's not that I don't understand the mechanics of Marvel Tokon. It's that I do understand them, and that's the problem. I hate them. I like traditional fighting games that have zoning, that have, you know, footsies, that has mix-ups, spacing, timing.
Yeah, see, these are just buzzwords. Juggles, spacing, zoning. They have that in modern fighters. There's zoners in Strive. There's zoners that, like, the only thing that they don't have is charge characters. That's it. That is the one thing we lost. And I gotta love DSP on this. Let's hear it. I want to hear it again. Maybe I missed it.
I like traditional fighting games that have zoning, that have, footsies, that has mix-ups, spacing, timing, actual skill required to play, having...
Okay. I maybe say timing is charge. Because it is a timing thing to charge a move, but that's way too general. Because timing can also just be just general inputs. So I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. But he didn't list charge characters, which is a thing we lost. Like, I don't know if there's any other game that has a charge character in it anymore. I think Strive I think Leia Whitefang is a charge character in Strive. May is a charge character, and that's all I remember. And Venom. How could I forget Venom?
Having all of these elements, it's a thinking man's game. I don't like games where you get one lucky hit and you win the entire round because the game's so easy to play and everyone's so easy to execute that kind of damage that the game is already over. It's garbage, especially when you're playing in an online environment.
Like, all this is, honestly, is that it's just not his style. And I get that. Why not just say that? But the problem would be, he would say that, but then he would still put the game down. Like, we cannot at all have an opinion without putting something down. Like, that would be stupid if he did that, right?
And you really can't even quickly respond to things a lot of the time. How are you supposed to play that garbage? I'm not an FGC shill that has to lie to you and tell you
and
that...
again, what does the FGC have to do with this? Like, why are we shitting on the FGC just because you don't like Tokon? Because they like Tokon? Is that really what we're doing here? Like, dude, like... Imagine if people shat on people who like watching streamers, say, you like watching streamers? DSP fucking sucks, man. Look at DSP, or whatever the fuck, right? Like, you base the entire thing because people like DSP, so you must say it sucks. Like, just say you don't like Tokon and that's it. Like, why bring down? And then he will do this shit and be like,
Why does the FTC hate me so much?
and it's like, I don't know, maybe it's because you keep, like, insinuating that they're shills and they're fake and all this stuff. But then he'll say, like, I'm just saying like this. Or he's gonna do my favorite and say,
I didn't say you, I'm saying other people.
which is my favorite thing. It is so funny. It's like, it's just so dumb. It's so dumb. I was gonna give an example, but I'm gonna try to cut back. I'm gonna hold myself back on it. But it's so stupid. It's so stupid. It is my favorite thing he does though, because it just shows how like childish he is, because that just shows like he knows what he said is like inflammatory, and he's trying to like throw them off by saying, well, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about someone else. Again, it's like what, the whole thing with Druckmann. We're gonna bring up Druckmann every time. This is Druckmann. I'm gonna call it the Druckmann strategy, because Druckmann put out a post that was I did an example, guys, but he put out a post saying, "Oh, fuck the bigots," basically, or whatever the fuck, and then they're like, "You're calling me a bigot?" It's like, but he didn't say you, dude. It was an open tweet that was like targeting like specific people that are like bigots or whatever. So if you took offense, that means you're a bigot, right? Like, that shit. Now, I've said this as well. I understand why people online were like clowning on that statement, because like, yeah, you put something like that, like the internet's not gonna really know the intent or who it's directed at, or they'll think that's directed to them, which is why like Neil apologized for it. Now that's that. DSP is shitting on the FTC, and then if the FTC comes down and says, Phil, that's fucked up, I'm not a shill. He's like, no, man, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about some other guy. Like, it's the same thing, but he does it's okay, because Phil is a snowflake.
That garbage is good to make money, okay? So I can be truthful with my audience and tell you, Marvel Tokon is dog shit.
Like, he thinks it gives him extra points if he says it, like, guys, if you think I'm lying to you, just keep in mind, those are the liars. I tell like it is. That's why I don't like the FGC, because I am honest, unlike them. But if they talk up and say that I'm lying, I'm not talking about that person. I'm talking about someone else, some nameless guy that no one can find on the internet. but they're there. They're always there, but you'll never see them.
It's made for people who aren't good at fighters. That's the actual purpose of the game, to make anyone who sucks mash buttons, get giant combos, and play with Marvel characters. Now that Spider-Man Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday are going to be huge movies and all that, they're trying to bank on that. That's
again, projection. I said this in I want to say I said this in the last video. This shit he keeps bringing up about like these Marvel movies, like that's in projecting, because this dude talked about getting the Marvel cards. It's like, yeah, man, getting Marvel cards makes sense. There's the Spider-Man movie, and then there's Avengers, and all this other shit. And this guy always begs companies to follow trends all the time. Guys, where's the Fallout game? There's a Fallout season, but no game? Huh? Like, it's that guy. But he's saying that the FGC... No. He's not like that. The FGC is like that. They're doing that because these new movies are coming out. But they're not making $1 on it. Disney is. Disney, everyone's favorite company.
That's literally the design of the game. That's why they created it.
And the thing is, like, DSP does this too. He does this shit too. When he's listen to him play Final Fantasy VI. Like, guys, I really love this stream. This stream is really good. This stream is very chill. It's very cool. Come by, check it out. It's like the best thing I'm doing. He hypes up every game he's playing, and says it's cool and chill, which is why I think chill has no meaning anymore. Because he used to say the night streams are chill, but guess what, guys? Every stream this fucker hypes up is a chill stream. We had a chill level 1 podcast in a chill ass stream. Chill. But he doesn't hype up games to get you to get excited. No, the FGC does that, of course.
Okay? So when you hear big people in the FGC saying, Marvel Tokon hype, buy it on PS5, buy it again, buy it a second time on PS5.
Yeah, they're doing this. They're doing their little cheerleading dance, even though like when they only said that they're buying on PS5 because it's like people already knew that was the best version. Get this, they bought the PC version in hopes that it would be fixed, and then they bought it again. They never once said, "Guys, buy it again, buy the game again." Like, no one said that. He's basing this off of Maximilian just stating he's getting the game again. Like, he's making a statement. For a guy that makes so many statements, why is he taking Max's statement as an endorsement to buy the game again? It's like DSP is jumping to the conclusion because he thinks that Maximilian performing the action of buying the game again and saying he's buying the game again is endorsing buying the game again. But when DSP is assuring his audience and reminding them all the time that they can support him, that's not begging. That's stating a fact. Like come on.
It's fine. I want you to just think about
it.
One level of intelligence. Maybe use one brain cell.
All right.
I'm
using one. I'm using one brain cell.
Out of everyone on planet Earth,
mm-hmm.
who stands to benefit the most by you believing that Marvel Tokon is good?
Marvel, right?
Literally the person telling you it's good. Because if you believe it's good, you're now going to tune into their streams.
Oh,
you're now going to.
Oh, I'm so stupid. Maybe it's because maybe I have a little I'm a little against corporations a little too much. I hate corporations a little too much here because I'm thinking too big picture. I'm thinking about like how the money that when you buy a game goes directly to the company is what's benefiting from people thinking that the game is good, that they buy the game. No, I'm so stupid. In reality, it's the streamer. Right. I'll watch Maximilian because he's saying the game is good, even though he said the PC port was bad and doesn't work, and he's gonna buy the game again. That must mean the game is good, so I will check it out. Oh my god, that makes so much sense. That makes, oh my god, that makes way more sense than the company that made the game wanting you to believe the game is good, that you'd buy the game. I would have never guessed that. Oh my god, guys, I'm so stupid. I'm felted. I'm felted. It's not the company that made the game or owns the property that stands to benefit. It's the streamer. Right. But if I already watched them, wouldn't I be already giving them money before the game even came out? Like, huh? This makes no sense. And you can say the inverse about this too. That DSP can stand to benefit from telling you that they are disingenuous with their claim, because it will get you to listen to him and think that he's being honest and genuine and all this other bullshit. Like, you can play this game back and forth all day, every day. Like, the reason why, like, I may believe that Maximilian isn't a shill as much is that maybe it's because, like, Maximilian is a little bit more, like, straightforward with his content. Maybe, like, I take his videos for face value and I just enjoy what I watch or whatever. Or I just don't think too deep about it. Like, if I played games on PC and I saw that Tokon had a bad PC release, and I had both a PC and a PS5, and I wanted to play it, I'd buy it on PS5 basically, or whatever. Or I'd just wait and see, will this patch be the fix, or I'll watch Maximilian to see when the version is fixed. Or I'll just find out generally. There's a whole source of information out there to find information on this. The state of the game, or the responsibility of the streamer to try to get people to believe the game is good makes no sense, because people will watch anything. Because it's not like, I need the game to be good for me to watch this streamer. Like, the game doesn't need to be good. Like, it's indicative of the bigger issue with DSP's content, where his content is very much dependent on the quality of a game. That's not true for everyone else. Like, it may be true in the sense of, like, some people may not be able to play certain games on their stream or whatever, but that's, like, a different problem. It has nothing to do with the quality. Like Maximilian played fucking Callisto Protocol. Like, if this case was true, that they needed you to believe the game was good for you to show up to the streams, then wouldn't they say every single game is good? Why did Maximilian dude say that Callisto Protocol is bad if he needed them to give them their money? Now, of course, DSP is gonna say, I'm not talking about Maximilian dude. And herein lies the problem. If you're not gonna say who these problematic shills are, or whatever the fuck, who will I know you're talking about? And if they're shills, wouldn't their body of work prove that? Like, every time Skill Up, right? I'm gonna shout out Skill Up, because Skill Up is has been in hot water for this. He got flown in, or whatever, got special treatment for Suicide Squad. He recommended Suicide Squad. Guess what people said online? Oh, that's a shill! That's a shill YouTuber! And since then, like, after that, every other video, like, I've seen, like, that same pattern where it's like, yeah, they said this game sucks and it's actually a good game, or whatever. And I don't take them seriously anymore. But there's other YouTubers I follow that have been more on the mark, like, Before You Buy. I'm not gonna necessarily say Before You Buy is, like, flawless either, but they've been at least more on the mark on, like, to give you a good general idea of a game than Skill Up. Skill Up will just glaze whatever. And I don't give a fuck about their defense, because it's just, this has happened more than once with Skill Up. So it's like, you're like, come on. You're not gonna name the YouTuber? But oh no, he's afraid that the YouTuber's gonna, like, sue him or whatever. And it's like, they're not gonna sue you if it's your thought. They will always say if like, whatever. But he's saying this so generally that, like, people just assume any YouTuber, which, guess what he's gonna say? No, I'm not talking about him. So it's like an empty statement, which then begs the question, why bother? Why bother talking about the FGC when the entire point is, I don't like Tokon?
You're going to watch them play the game. You're going to watch tournaments of the game. You're going to provide them revenue. They're telling you garbage is good because there's nothing else. Street Fighter 6 is played out. It's been out for many years, and everyone agrees it's boring because it hasn't evolved.
But they
we
still
need
talk
something
about that
new
game.
now to get people involved in fighters. Why would people give a FG
He is really like conflating that discourse about like the patch notes shit, the balancing shit. When like yeah, people don't like how Street Fighter 6 is balanced, but they still play the game. Like there's issues with that game, but guess what? These people are either going back to the games that they like or they're eating it. Who knows? Like whatever.
FGC player money on a stream because they believe that the new game is good and they're hyped for it and they want to watch and play it. So don't believe the hype.
But like but this is the other thing with the hype. It's hype comes from like the game existing. Like again, this hype thing is not from the streamers, it's not from anything, but the movie came out, they released this game to like feed off of that momentum, all that kind of stuff. Like the hype is just in general of like the environment. You will see ads for this game at some point or whatever. Like this is like really stupid. Like again, he is like really blaming the FGC for stuff that is like more on the back of advertisements, game hype in general, IGN, whatever. Like all these things will generally like create hype. Typically, like the Avatar Legends game was there because the movie was coming out, that Avatar Aang movie. Like the hype is just there that people get from like seeing these things just existing or whatever. Like it's not like Maximilian Dude did not need to exist for there to be hype for Tokon, or the FGC needed to exist for hype for Tokon to exist.
These people are disingenuous and they're telling you things are good that aren't because they want you to line their pockets. It's the only reason. Otherwise, they'd be truthful. But guess what? If they admitted that these modern games suck, they'd have nothing to stream. These people aren't exactly the biggest personalities out there. All right? They're known for playing fighting games. So they need fighting games to play or they can't.
He's so like desperate for other people to be like him because he's so desperate for games. He's so desperate. I need games to come out, guys. There's nothing coming out. There's nothing to do. I'm just doing time filler. Like these people are at least playing in the games, right? They're fighting game streamers. They're like it's so he's shitting on them for being disingenuous, but this is disingenuous just as much as them. Because he's sitting there saying that they're only playing these modern fighters because they're desperate. They have nothing else going on. But this is the same problem that DSP runs into. Why is he playing Final Fantasy VI? Because he wants to? No, there's nothing else to play. The moment that more games come out, either the game will be finished by then, because I don't think it's a long game, or you just put it on the back burner. Like, why else do you think he was playing a lot of Pokemon? It wasn't because he loves Pokemon. There's nothing else going on. That's even how he talked about the fucking cards. Even the cards are just there to fill time. Because he said, like, oh, guys, once, like, real games come out and all this stuff, I don't think we'll be doing a lot of cards anymore. So that's also just him desperate for content. Just desperate. But no, these other people are desperate because they're playing Street Fighter 6. What if they're still trying to compete in tournaments? Again, Maximilian has not been playing Street Fighter 6 a lot. The guy who Gecko Squirrel, whatever, he plays Strive, but guess what? He competes in tournaments. That's why he plays Strive, but he also plays other games. Like, that's all that's going on. Like, he thinks that, oh, these people need all this stuff to happen. Like, that's not true.
They can't get anyone to watch their shit. So these modern fighters suck. Sorry, I'm not playing them. I've got more than enough other things to do.
I love you saying he's not playing them, but when a new modern fighter comes out, he's gonna play it. Like, I know what he means, but it's just he's an idiot. He means he's not gonna keep playing modern fighters forever. He's not gonna stick to them. Whatever. He'll try them out. Whatever. Guys, gotta clap for Phil. He's gonna try them out, then drop them. Holy shit! What a novel concept. that's like level 1. That's level 1. Like, yeah, you play games, you either beat them or you lose interest, then you move on. That's like not like special. Like, to the point, it's more impressive if he stuck, or like that's why, like, ironically, it was impressive he played Street Fighter 6 for as long as he did. But as I said, during that time, it was a monkey's paw. Because, yeah, he played a Modern Fighter for longer than a month, but he was being such a tryhard about it. And it's like, okay, like, you don't need to be like a tryhard FGC head.
Okay, the tier list, the tiers. Okay, the rebalances.
And it's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, it's as useful as me talking about the tiers. I always say when I talk about, like, what they did to Jack, it's like, well, from what I understand. But, like, I don't go, okay, guys, I read the notes. Now, Jacko, she doesn't do the 2H into KO as much anymore, whatever the fuck. It's like, what the fuck am I talking about, right? Like, I just play the character. I don't give a fuck about the thing. Side note, the one thing I didn't know about this new update that they did for her, I realized that there was some corner combo that they got rid of. I don't know what the fuck that is. Don't know, don't care. I do like what they did to her servants. I like that you can kind of throw them behind the enemy. You can do all kinds of cool stuff when you throw them. That's like a cool addition. So that's a change I noticed. And I noticed a change with the super when they first changed it, because it used to be a grapple, but then they turned to a strike. I thought I was gonna like the grapple. I think I'm liking the strike. I like that it's a strike now. So yeah. That's my knowledge of patches. That's like the most I'll get. That's the most I'll be about it. But DSP will be like, read a general patch note, see what someone says. Oh, Honda sucks. And he's like, guys, they say Honda sucks. Honda sucks now. It's like, you didn't even play the character. And I talked to an ABBA player after this patch in Strive, and I said, like, a lot of people say that ABBA like sucks now. Like, you played with ABBA, like, what do you think? He said, well, now you just like, kind of have to commit more with the character. Like they changed a lot with her, it seems. But I said, well, at least, like, I always see these kind of patches as it weeds people out. Like, if you like a character, it should not matter if they buff or nerf the character. You should always play the character you want to play. Fuck the tier list. Fuck the balance. Play what you want. You want to play Happy Chaos? Play Happy Chaos. Want to play Jacko? Play Jacko. Want to play Elfelt? Play Elfelt. Fuck the tier list. Fuck the balance patches. Play what you want. But DSP will always base his opinion on all this stuff during Street Fighter 6, and it was so fucking lame. And he's like, but now, guys, he's not gonna play them, guys. We can now be happy. He's not gonna play Modern Fighters because he's not desperate. But guys, let's get some packs. Let's get some packs going.
Okay? I've got tons of things. People are very, competing for my time. Play this game. Do this project. Do this thing. Do this thing. I don't need to play bad stuff.
Yeah, no one does that to these
and
other
I'm not going
streamers.
to, okay? I'm tired of wasting my time on garbage.
But,
all right.
But you know what? Okay. You know what? Fuck that. The only reason why his dumb fuck audience says play this, because this dude asks for that. Do you have any game you want me to play? Or whatever the fuck. Meanwhile, like, Maximilian, there's other streamers will just play what they want. And people will, like, either show up, whatever. They may say, hey, play this, whatever. But this dude is acting as if it's, like, his chat is, like, fiending for him to play other games when he fucking asks for that. And then he, like, if they pick a game he doesn't like, he fucking is a passive-aggressive little bitch about it. Oh, wow, I have to go up a ladder in Stellar Blade. It's so innovative. It's like, okay, man, you really love the games your audience picks.
I just don't care. So I'm not going to do it. You have to be smarter than that. You do. You have to understand that shills are shills.
Smart.
That's why they are in the positions that they're in. Okay? Hate to tell you this, even in the FGC, Do you know what they actually call those big time shills in
What?
the FTC?
What do they call them?
NPCs. Do you want to know why they call them that?
Why?
Because they're not actual individual thought humans anymore. They're literally pushers of the big machine. They're there just to push product.
Oh.
That's why they get every sponsorship. That's why they're doing cameos in Street Fighter movies. Because
Oh my god, dude! You saw like a lot of people like dog on them being in movies, and it's like these are just cameos. Like, who cares? Like, the average moviegoer's probably not gonna care. People who like the people who are in the movie are gonna be like, "Oh, cool," and then that's it. But I gotta love that he is mad about this when this dude is Mr. I know that meme, dude. That's Eevee. I know Eevee. That's from Pokemon. Oh my god, I know that, dude. Captain America's in Marvel. Like, that's DSP. Like, he loves pointing out references. But when the Street Fighter movie wants to have these little references to people who like are real, are members of a community, he's like, oh, they're shills, they're NPCs. Yeah, okay. So he brings that up, right? So then, are we saying that he's shitting on Max? Is he shitting on Max in all of this? Like, but then I guarantee you, if you bring that up, he's gonna backpedal because he's such a coward. If you're gonna like backpedal, at least be aware of it. Like, at least understand, then try not to go on these stupid rants. Like, I love he tries to muzzle himself on dumb shit that whatever. But when it comes to this stuff, he will never muzzle himself. Like, and I'm not saying like, oh, he has to be scared. He should not speak his mind or whatever. But it's just, there's no merit in this. Like, this was just a segment about him not liking Tokon. Why this evolved into shitting on the FG, like, it's every fighter. Every fighter. A new fighting game comes out. He plays it, hates it. He has to bring up the FTC. Like, it lives rent-free in his mind. And then he's like, why are they mad at me? Why do they hate me? Like, I don't know, maybe it's these vague, ambiguous nonsense you do all the time. You can't just say, I don't like Tokon. Like, dude, imagine how many people would be clowned on if I see people who shit on Strive, they're like, yeah, Strive sucks. Yeah, the FGC's gotta keep pushing this game. Fuck the FGC. Like, they're gonna be like, dude, you're gonna like talk to them and be like, dude, calm the fuck down. Like, that's what he does. That's Phil. That's Phil. Philip he is.
they're the people who get paid to say things are good. So they say things are good.
Is that but Max did not say things were good about Tokon. Like, he didn't. He actually criticized Tokon about the PC port. And he has been critical of Capcom. Like, I get that he's not like super harsh or whatever, and he wants to focus more on being positive, but like, it's as I said before, a lot of people will just assume that if you're like, I don't want to be mean, I don't want to put any negative energy out there, that they're somehow like, that they're secretly evil and messed up, but they don't let the person speak for themselves. Like, if Maximilian is a shitty person, like, someone should reveal that. But there has been no evidence of this. Like, and I know some people talk about some other previous like things, but he addressed that from my understanding. I mean, again, I never really paid much attention to Maximilian until like somewhat recently, like a couple of years. But it's like, hey, if this dude just wants to like move on and be positive, like, so be it. Like, this dude just wants to like make his own content, whatever. Like, you don't need to think that everyone that's positive is like fake or whatever. Like, again, it's like, yeah, there are people that are like that, but if you apply that to everyone, you're just gonna look paranoid. Like that. And I think that's what this has been coming off more and more over the years, because it's like, it's just been something I've been realizing in general. But listening to someone actively act as if like the only way you can be positive, be honest, is to be negative and critical, is like, that's not what being honest means. Like, yeah, that's a factor, but like, you don't have to, but that's also being mean and all this other stuff like that you don't need to be. Like, You know, someone may wear an ugly shirt out and about. Are you gonna stop what you're doing and tell them that their shirt is ugly? Like, I mean, is it really worth the time to do that? No, it's not. Like, you're probably just gonna want to move on and like go about your day. And so, like, I gotta get involved in this person's life. But this guy keeps doing this, and then he gets mad when people like me make a video saying that this guy's negative or whatever. But it's like this level is so it's insane and interesting and funny. He says such funny things.
Yet people somehow believe it. They don't understand these are paid product placements every single fucking time. I don't get it. I don't know how people are this ignorant, but apparently...
And again, he keeps saying... He also loves thinking that everyone's stupid. Like, everyone doesn't think that these are shills. Or if they do a video that's sponsored... Like, they label the videos as sponsors. You know who didn't? This guy. He played Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Did not say anything about the game being a review copy or anything until he hated the game. He was dishonest about about spawn seeds. Like, people were saying these chairs are made from China, and he was like, no, they're cool chairs, shut up, and all this stuff. He banned someone for that, like, save the house arc, basically. Like, he has been dishonest. He opened his closet and showed, yeah, this Razor thing, I never reviewed it. He got a thing for free, never reviewed it. And I think he got other free copies of the games he never really cared about or didn't tell us that they were free. I want to say, but just the ones I know for a fact, that's him being dishonest. Like, come on. Like, come on.
Apparently they are. Marvel Tokon fucking sucks. If you want to play a game where all you do is button mash and get giant combos and flashy stuff with Marvel characters, that's your game. But outside of that level, that is not a game that's competitive. That is a game for ass players, and that is a game for people who don't care about the quality of fighting games to make bucks on.
I love he focuses on the competitive thing, but he's not playing these games competitively. He always tells us,
I'm not playing to go to tournaments. I'm not playing to be competitive. I'm just playing to have fun.
And now he's like saying, these games are not competitive. Okay. Good thing you weren't playing it to be competitive, right?
On. Period. I'm done with it. I'm not playing it again. Don't ever bring it up. I'm not wasting time on garbage. Okay.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Okay. So, I'm done with that crap. We're done with Marvel Tokon. Okay? Cool. So, other things in the schedule. Final Fantasy VI. Okay?
Okay, now we gotta hype up Final Fantasy VI because that's all he's got going on.
And then we
now.
have the Gears of War
E-Day beta, and we're gonna find out, can you jump?
We have Spoderman did a $2 super chat. You have any knowledge on Dicker's Dropbox?
Okay, I don't give a fuck.
It's ludicrous. I actually saw on X a post. You've won the round. He said modern fighters are fucking and ranting. Let's see. Siako Almighty said modern fighters are like if they made it in boxing, if you jab someone, you automatically win. Like, literally, yes. I'm not kidding. In a modern fighter, you get your first hit in, you've won the round. Because they made it so easy to execute a combo that does half your life bar. You actually win. It's ludicrous. I actually saw on X a post, someone got one counter hit with Spider-Man. They did 87% damage.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Is he watching like a match and this happened? Or was it like someone doing a training mode thing? And it's like, because you guys said it to be on counter hit, and he just did this thing where it showed 80% damage, right? Like, I kind of think back to this thing that happened in the Guilty Gear Strive recently, when I think it's season 5 started. There was an exploit with Happy Chaos that kind of locked the opponent down, and everyone was like, oh my god, the character's broken. But when people actually tried to do this combo that allowed that to happen, they're like, yeah, the amount of people that are gonna do this are very small. Like, it's like, you would have to like sit with Happy Chaos and like really, really know the situation and how to get to that point. Like, it's not something that anyone could do. it will only be a problem for tournaments because people are going to naturally learn this for tournament use. But when it comes to playing it online, you're probably not going to like run into it, right? And I thought about that. I was like, yeah, and you could also like watch and what you see in a like a trading room video may not even translate in a match. And so I don't know if he's talking about a match video or just like a dude labbing a combo, because you could do a crazy combo in the lab and it may never happen in the fucking match. Like that is also true with Ingrid. Like Diaphone did a combo with Ingrid, or was it Rufflemonger, or whatever. They did a combo with Ingrid that was crazy, but they said yeah, like but it was trading mode. Like it'd be very hard to do that. All right, sorry. You had to take a break. I had to take
87% damage
go for a whack
off of someone's health bar in one combo.
Okay, yeah,
That's correct.
One combo.
Okay.
I want to hear the IGN
Will I
thing.
ever play a new fighter again? Yes.
Of course he is. It's new slop.
Okay. Let's see here.
You just won't play.
Nothing here said IGN gave Tokon a 9
Here we
score.
go.
I know why, because number one, the people at IGN who review fighting games are not fighting game players, so they know nothing about competitive nature of games. But take a look at the actual production values of Marvel Tokon. The graphics are
Okay, I don't care anymore. Fuck that. It's like, look at the production value. Like, just fucking slurp it up. Slurp it up, buddy. Okay. Let's check this out.
waiting for server.
Okay, we were waiting for server. That's what's taking so long. I was about to say, why are we in menus?
We're in menus.
Waiting for server. You're at a restaurant. You're waiting for the server.
Oh my god, dude, I'm so sorry for all these people who are watching this. Just every beta, and then like eventually, what's gonna end up happening is he's gonna be super annoying. Like, oh no, actually, it did kind of happen before. After the Street Fighter 5 beta, he was like,
I don't like betas anymore. They all don't work, and there isn't my time.
or whatever the fuck. And then like this goes on, and then like whatever. Now I wonder if he's gonna do what he did for Tokon, and then like drop this beta, play like Super Turbo, and then go back to when the beta works again. But whatever. I'm gonna like breeze through the morning show. This is the modern era. Modern era? No. I don't know how to describe it, but oh my god, this shirt's something else. I tell you
and
what.
then it just disappeared for a long time. Now, we did have the re-release of Gears 1 last, the return of Gears. Gears, honestly, hasn't been around in many, many years. I
Okay.
remember playing the last one, and then it just disappeared for a long time. Now, we did have the re-release of Gears 1 last year, which was pretty fun. But now, the question is, can modern Gears of War
All right.
hold a candle to the old?
Okay. He is such a tryhard with this. He like this. You saw a little window of it in what's it called? What's the window of Gears 5? Gears 5, everyone's favorite game, Gears 5. Oh my god, Gears 5, everyone's favorite game. And he always talked about the online, like, yeah, man, Smash Mouth this like he acted like an esport guy for some fucking reason. So annoying.
The old Gears. You know, I remember up through Gears 3, I played a heck of a lot of Gears of War multiplayer. And then when the newer ones came out from the Coalition, played them a little bit on and off, but nothing that was too addictive. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of like Gears 4
I wonder,
a little bit.
with this one, which apparently they have changed a ton
A ton.
of the movement and the gunplay, can it be addicting? Can it be fun? Will it be interesting? Because this beta actually
Okay.
Monday, we'll maybe give it a second, and it runs all the way through Sunday. So if we play it today and it's entertaining and I like it and you guys like watching me play it, I'll probably play it again on Sunday. We'll maybe give it a second try.
Okay, only 2
To
tries.
see me play multiplayer games again, and there hasn't really been much going on besides to see if they're old school fighters. Tried Marvel Tokon, doesn't even work on PC, so forget that. So yeah,
Forget that.
this will be an interesting
Okay.
Here's the funny part, okay?
Oh.
I didn't know this, and Xbox did a piss poor job of communicating this. But I could have already played this.
Oh my god. Dude. People told him. People in the show came and drove. Phil, are you gonna play Gears? He's like,
No, I'm gonna play in the open beta. We're playing other games. We're busy with other games.
and now it's I could have played it, but Microsoft didn't tell me. Okay.
Why? Well, there was an early access beta 1 week ago. It started on August 6th, and it ran through August 10th. And
Right.
from what I was to understand, you couldn't play it unless you pre-ordered the game, which I didn't. I have
Oh.
Game Pass. Why would I pre-order this game, right?
Okay.
Well, come to find out, if you were a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, yes, this beta was included, but Xbox didn't really communicate that. So here I am, someone interested.
Oh my god, dude, like he could have fucking researched that. Why didn't he at least whatever? I don't
Someone
care.
who likely would have played it during.
Yeah, okay. No, he wouldn't have, because he sat there like
I'm playing other games.
So it is
Shut
pretty
up.
crazy that they just didn't bother. You would think they have access to the beta. The customer base, right? Oh, we need people to care about Xbox. Here's one of our big first-party data,
Okay.
so people who don't have Game Pass. 1 second. Doesn't have a battery backup. It's bothering.
Oh my god, dude, he gets
We're going
up
to try
so
to keep
much.
the morning show to about an hour long.
Okay, sure.
I grab our cat, Jasper, and bring him into the bedroom with us. Story.
Why?
Little story time with Phil here on the morning show, I
Oh
hope.
my god. Well, at least you get a Jasper store. What did Jasper do this time?
Okay, so here's the story.
Hopefully he did something cool.
Every night, as we're all going to sleep, I grab our cat Jasper and bring him into the bedroom with us. The reason I do that is because if I don't, okay, he literally will wake up in the middle of the night and run all over the house.
What?
So we have to keep him in the bedroom with us at night, and we close the door, and he
Oh.
sleeps with us in there. He's got a litter box. He's got food. He's got, a fountain. He's fine, okay? But then in the morning, we open the door, we let him out, and he goes about his business in the rest of the house, okay? So last night,
I don't know. I mean, what's Jasper gonna do? I mean, my brother's cats have all their claws, and they're able to roam around, and they don't cause any mischief. I mean, it's nothing major. But I think they probably like do a little cat proofing. To be fair, I'll be a little fair. Be a little fair about that.
usual routine, okay? Usually, when I'm trying to pick up Jasper and we're downstairs together, he gets the zoomies at the end of the night. He does this every night. It's his tradition. He gets excited. He starts running around the house.
Okay, I said this so many times. I understand zoomies is an actual thing for cats, but I fucking hate the word. Like, oh my god, I have more coming out from Phil though. To be honest, like he says that he like enjoys saying it. Like he gets off on it, but yeah, cats get the zoomies at night all the time. Like Tiago does that. I think like Yuxi is the only cat I've ever seen that doesn't do like the zoomies. Tiago does though. Tiago goes crazy. He's a cat. He's a beast. Tiago's a beast. That's what he is.
Starts rolling all over the carpets and everything, and then I have to try to scoop him up. And when you grab a cat, you have to know how to handle a cat properly. A lot of people don't know, and they grab a cat incorrectly. You're actually supposed to have one arm underneath so that the cat's kind of draping over your arm, and your other arm under their bottom. So basically, they're supported almost like a baby. So that way their back isn't strained and they don't feel like they're being dragged. It doesn't hurt them or anything like that, okay?
What about if they want to climb all over
So,
you?
I pick up Jasper as usual, and he
Oh my God,
is
that sounded
full of
awful.
energy. Okay, he's got the zoomies, so I got to try to calm him down. Sometimes he tries to bite when you do that. So I pick him up.
It's a
and
play bite.
We're going
Calm
upstairs
down.
together, and as I'm heading into our bedroom, okay, we have had
Do they have scratch posts for this
hot
cat?
weather. We have all of our air conditioning
No,
installed, and we have a
actually,
series of fans
stupid
all over the
question.
house. There's actually a fan tower oscillating fan
I just
right
realized
outside of
that
my
was
door
a stupid
here of the
question.
office.
Runty Claude.
There's another oscillating fan right outside of our bedroom. There's another oscillating fan in the middle of our staircase heading downstairs, and there's another fan at the bottom of the staircase.
What the fuck?
So the way that we've angled them all is to catch the air of the air.
This sounds insane. Like, I feel like if the police went in, they would think this is like a fucking Looney Tunes fucking house. There's a fan pointing down. Why? And all the fans are doing, like, that, if it's hot enough, it'll be just pushing the hot air around. And that's a waste of energy. Like, why not just have I gotta hear this again.
Of our bedroom. There's another oscillating fan in the middle of the fan, tower oscillating fan right outside of my door here of the office. There's another oscillating fan right outside of our bedroom. There's another oscillating fan in the middle of our staircase heading downstairs, and there's another fan at the bottom of the staircase. So the way that we've angled them all is to catch the air of the air conditioning and blow it through the house like a wind tunnel. And that's how we distribute the cold air during the hot summer months. We don't have central air, so we have this elaborate system.
I think it would behoove him to save up money to install central air, or like HPV things, whatever the fuck, like splints. I don't know. Like that's been a thing that people are slowly like doing. Why not just do that?
System that we use, okay?
Like, this sounds really stupid and inefficient.
You know,
because I'd assume the AC air would dissipate by the time it reaches the the downstairs. Like, come on.
Freak situation. All right? Basically, what had happened was, if you remember, the power had gone out yesterday during this very show.
Yeah, I wonder why.
For literally
now
no good
I'm
reason.
wondering
And by
why
the
that
way,
happened.
The power company never explained why. They don't. The power company out here constantly has these issues and does not have any accountability. They don't explain it.
Like, just research what's going on in the world. Like, dude, the grid is being strained. All this shit's going on. I mean, you should be glad. I think it's like either Alaska or Phoenix, some state is saying that they're gonna run out of electricity in like May of next year. Like that's what they're predicting, because it's all due to like the data centers that we're installing.
Anything, and no one holds them to task for it. So,
but
anyway,
yeah,
what had happened was
the company's
the
fault.
fan had gone off.
Whatever.
During the course of
we'll
the
see
day.
what happens. Who knows?
But
Maybe
my
we're
wife
wrong.
and I kind of didn't notice. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything else kind of went back on, but this particular fan stayed off. Therefore, because the fan was off.
Okay. If he didn't notice, maybe we don't need that fan. Crazy idea.
The fan wasn't in the correct position to blow the air through the house. We had never positioned it. We had never set it up right, okay? So normally this fan would be sitting right outside of the bedroom in the hallway. That way it would catch the air from the air conditioning in the bedroom and blow it downstairs. It wasn't. The fan just happened to be slightly...
But he just said it didn't work. Now, what? What the?
Wasn't in the correct position to blow. Everything else kind of went back on, but this particular fan stayed off. Therefore, because the fan was off, the fan wasn't in the correct position to blow the air through the house. We had never positioned it. We had never set it up right, okay? So normally this fan would be sitting right outside of the bedroom in the hallway. That way it would catch the air from the air conditioning in
Since it turned off, it was on
downstairs.
Okay.
It wasn't. The fan just happened to be slightly inside of the bedroom, kind of blocking the doorway, okay? I didn't know this. So I'm walking upstairs with Jasper in my arms, as I always do, and he's tending to get excited, as he always does. He always has, like, the zoomies at night, like I said. So as I'm walking into the bedroom, okay, because the fan is out of position, Jasper kicks with his foot. It hits the fan. It freaks him out, because he wasn't expecting anything to be there. He's thinking, I'm just going to kick and be silly. He kicks. As he hits the fan, he completely freaks out, and he takes both of his feet, and he claws as hard as he possibly can into me.
Okay, so he's holding... we're gonna use the automaton as Jasper stand-in. This is the back claw. So he's holding him like this, right? Kicks it, then like he does this, like. I just think this cat probably wanted to get the fuck out of his hands. I'm just gonna say it because like if you hold a cat long enough, like Yuxi does this too. Like I would hold Yuxi. Yuxi loves being picked up. She loves it. She gets on me. Then eventually she's gonna want to jump off, and she jumps off. I think that's all that's going on. I don't think it's like oh my god, I kicked something. I don't think Jasper's that stupid. But I mean I do think everyone in that house except for Phil is smarter than him. So I'm giving them more credit than DSP. That's how positive I am.
Okay?
Okay.
This literally gored my chest.
Oh my god.
Okay?
So dramatic.
So, right now, I have 7 deep cuts in my chest.
Oh, poor baby.
And going down
I think
to the top of my stomach.
Okay. He needs to go to the hospital. He could die. I mean, he has a wound on his abdomen. You know, you've seen those movies. A dude stabs you in the abdomen, you're dead. You're dead, man. I would not risk it. He should be going to the hospital. I mean, he's risking his life as far as I'm concerned.
From Jasper last night. Okay?
Jasper
it was
tried to
so
kill him
bad
again.
That I had to go immediately into the bathroom. My wife was in there, and she's like, I'm not done yet. I said, I can't wait. And I had to grab a...
This is so goofy. Like, I mean, I don't know. Do significant others, like, husband and wife get that, like, freaked out? Phil, I'm not done yet. You shouldn't see me naked. But these people are so fucking weird. Like, I mean, maybe it's like, I just want to be left alone. I mean, I get it. I mean, you live with Phil, you will take any respite you can to be away from him. I get it. I don't blame Kat for wanting to go to work, stay in a room away from him, you know, whatever. I get it, man. Imagine being married to him. I mean, you
grab a washcloth, and I basically had to stop the bleeding. I got rubbing alcohol, luckily, and I was easily able to disinfect immediately and allow it to stop bleeding.
Like,
and I was like, oh my god. And
I kind of get it, but
like
I mean,
crazy. All right.
Like,
the good news is they're not super deep where it's like, oh, I need to go get stitches or anything like that. But these aren't light scratches. These are pretty ouch scratches, and it was bleeding a bit.
Let me guess. There's like little scabs.
But the good news is I disinfected it immediately. We have rubbing alcohol.
What was it gonna happen if you...
Could have been in problem. You know, I could have got sick from it because that's the problem with cat scratches. If you don't disinfect immediately, you could get sick. But I did disinfect them immediately.
I think that depends.
And it's basically.
But probably because, I mean, Jasper does go in the litter box with his paws.
Oh my god, 7 throbbing wounds on me.
Okay,
right
fucking
before I went to bed,
grow
actually,
up.
I was going to work out a bit.
Dude, a child is more like
you know, so I couldn't
with
do
his,
that, so I lost the workout. I'm hoping that I'll be good enough tonight that I'll be able.
I'm telling you,
for what
if he talked this way to my mom would bully him. She would just bully him.
Jasper always has the zoomies
and then she would be like, "Oh my god, shut up!" Silly.
Obviously, the fan being there was a complete freak. It normally wouldn't have been there. It would have been in the hallway, but it wasn't in the hallway because the power had gone out in a freak thing.
Oh my god, dude!
Do you see why I was so upset and why I was crashing out yesterday?
Okay, I think that's where we're gonna end this video. Like, dude, like, there are times where, like, I think about that shit I say to my mom about, like, dumb shit and that how she gets annoyed by it. It's like, man, you put up a lot. Now I'm not like that. Now I'm like, I deal with it. This guy just whines and whines and whines, and he's older than me. Like, dude. It's not even an exaggeration. Like, because I got to a point where my mom did yell at me to tell me to stop it because it's like, it was bullshit what I was saying. And listen, this is like, dude, she would probably like tell him to like leave or just not talk to him. I don't know. She would probably just yell at him, like, and make fun of him and bully him. She'd probably bully him more than what I'm doing. Just saying. Because my mom's based. Yeah, I love my mom. Deal with it. Yeah, shouts out to all the moms out there. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's do a vibe check before we say super farewell.
Absolutely terrible matchmaking. 2 matches in, it's garbage.
Skip. Terrible matchmaking. Yeah, I agree. What a terrible
They're
matchmaking.
level 20, it can insta-kill you. Terrible match. Absolute goes at the fucking first 2 matches, which is exactly what it's done.
Okay, what are you gonna do now? I love he's aiming.
I fucking just got you.
He's aiming at his teammates. More careful when it comes to his teammates than like whatever. I love that everyone left that area, but DSP walked towards it. Like. Bitch. Eliminated. Oh my god. The gamer face is crazy on this. Alright, that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!